Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of this replay between OGS Fruit Vendor and NewLife Prime here on Metalopolis. Gonna go ahead and start up the game. Mutalis now quickly just coming in here, focusing on some of these stalkers. The photon cannons, however, gonna make a very, very hard time for these Mutalis to continue to do any harassment. There are 2 photon cannons now being warped in the back of the base as the photon cannons getting focused down to 7 hit points. There it goes, another one now taken down, and only 1 stalker to deal with. So Mutalis are pretty much gonna have free reign, but 2 more photon cannons coming in from the north. And now those Mutalis being forced to pull back. Just a couple Zealots and a couple Pylons being left over here. And these Pylons offering some food, but really, NewLife far from being supply locked. Currently in the game, we see OGS now getting additional gas. We see OGS not really mining out of the minerals here and getting additional gas over here. So OGS is going to have a very large gas amount, sitting at almost 700 gas per 60 units of time as these Mutalis continue to come in. So we may just see mass Mutalis already sitting on 15 Mutalis, more Mutalis in production. So we are now sitting on 17 Mutalis with 4 Mutalis on the way. And with so much gas, OGS Fruit Vendor should just be able to continue to macro up more and more. Most likely going to transfer some drones over here in just a moment. No reason to have extractors unless you're going to throw drones on them. As these Mutalis continue to move on out, we have 5 Mutalis or 6 Mutalis sitting here. Mutalis count now up to 21. So that is a fair number of Mutalis. And really, NewLife is just in a load of trouble. Don't really know what he can do. No Stargate to be found. Stargate with mass Phoenixes probably going to be the best call, as the Phoenixes are able to deal 20 damage per round of attack compared to the Stalker's 10. So they will be able to hit much more quickly, and also those Phoenixes are able to move and attack. In comes a 23 Mutalis, and now NewLife Prime doesn't even want to do any of this engagement here. Mutalis just going to be able to rip through the rest of these probes here. So very nicely done by OGS Fruit. OGS Fruit essentially able to hold off a very the cannon push, or the cannon attempt by NewLife Prime. Really, NewLife Prime was in a little bit of trouble. As soon as I saw that he canceled that first pylon to reposition it, that really was an issue. If he put the pylon correctly the first time, he would have been able to get that first photon cannon in and then follow it up with that second photon cannon much more easily, perhaps 5-10 seconds earlier. If those photon cannons were 10 seconds earlier, OGS's natural expansion would have been under a lot more pressure, especially with that Zealot and probe support. In the middle of the field, he lost a lot of those probes moving faster than Zealots. So those Zerglings were able to back away. Probes were trying to pursue along with those Zealots. Probes got a little bit too far ahead of themselves and then quickly just got surrounded and torn apart by those Zealots. NewLife Prime also was not expecting the Mutalis, even though as any good Protoss player knows against Zerg that Mutalis harassment is always a possibility. Didn't get a single photon cannon, no natural defense sitting in his natural base. Also didn't go for, and we did see him try to go for a robotics bay, but as soon as he saw the Mutalis, he canceled the robotics bay, but put down a second robotics facility instead of putting up a Stargate. The Stargate would have been much more useful. I don't think he even produced a single unit out of this robotics facility over here. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between NewLife and Fruit Vendor here on Metalopolis.